Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this lightweight title bout is brought to us by ASR Restaurant and Lounge and is set for 5-minute rounds. Let me introduce first our challenger fighting out of the Coors Light blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10, weighing in at 154 pounds. He has a record of 11-4. From Hawthorne, California, Christos the Spartan Giagos. And let me introduce his opponent, fighting out of the memory tag red corner. He stands 5 feet 8, weighing in at 154 pounds. He has a record of 8-0. From Sacramento, California, the reigning WFC Lightweight Champion, Josh Emmett.
Gentlemen, you received the rules in the dressing room. I want you to protect yourself at all times and obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Good luck.
This WFC Lightweight Championship match is brought to you by ASR, the official host of the WFC 16 after party. Christos the Spartan Giagos in black, Josh Emmett in red.
There we go, co-main event.
5 rounds for the WFC
I'm
lightweight
so excited
title
for this fight.
and the ISCF lightweight title.
People watching at home, this is a UFC caliber fight. We're getting to see it right here at West Coast Fighting, and I could not be more excited about this fight. Both these guys, such high-level strikers, high-level grapplers, both from great teams. And you see right away they're throwing heavily.
And Giagos immediately
Christos
securing the takedown.
Right away with the takedown. And this is a position we haven't seen Josh Emmett in. I'm not sure we've seen in the 6 or 7 appearances we've seen here. I'm not sure we've seen Emmett lose a round or lose a takedown here. This is going to be his hardest test to date. And Giagos comes out guns blazing.
Throwing that head kick off of the stand-up, Emmett able to avoid it. So an early takedown for Christos Giagos. You always say when you're fighting the champion, you gotta go and take it from him, and Giagos comes out looking like that's exactly what he intends to do.
And I'm not sure if Josh Emmett was slipping or if maybe tweaked his ankle. I'm not sure what was going on there. Looks like he's got his footing back, but Giagos is on him. Giagos is on him aggressive.
Nice overhand right by Josh Emmett.
And it looks like Emmett hurt him with the right hand bad.
Huge power from Josh Emmett. Emmett very aggressive.
And Emmett is on him. He's hurt.
Throwing him down with the tie plum
with
and
that
attacking.
One punch.
Emmett firing off shots at Giagos. Giagos getting back up and looks rocked. Emmett attacking. Emmett looks like he's going to go for the single leg.
Emmett landed that one punch and changed the entire fight. And
Emmett trying to go over the back. Giagos much taller. Big knee to the face by Josh Emmett.
In my opinion, Emmett needs to stay on him. He needs to not let him recover here. That one punch changed the fight. So I had Giagos up. He was being very aggressive. He was landing crisp.
Nice stiff jab by Josh Emmett. Giagos has his mouth open.
I think Emmett needs to take advantage of this and come and pressure forward.
I think he's got to do it. I think he needs to come forward, and I think he needs to really take advantage of this, but he needs to do it smart and not let Giagos clip him in a crazy exchange because Giagos is still very dangerous. And Giagos is still not completely honest.
Nice left hook there by Giagos.
One body, Josh!
Emmett switching stances.
You know, I just realized I'm watching this fight as a fan. Like, I'm on the edge of my seat. This is incredible. This is an incredible fight. Both these guys have shown so much.
Emmett with
nice
the head
kick by Josh Emmett.
Good head kick, and it looks like Giagos deflected it, but even on those head kicks, if you block with one hand, you still get a piece of it. Emmett goes back to that same left head kick.
Rolling through there to throw the body kick.
And Emmett
ducking under, Emmett landing, but Giagos countering as well.
And it looked like Emmett caught Giagos, and then Giagos caught Emmett, and Giagos all on the offensive right away.
Flying knee by.
Following up. Emmett shooting the double.
Nice
Big,
double.
huge takedown by Josh Emmett and immediately
And he
taking the
sinks
back.
hooks in right away.
He's very high. He's got to flatten
Needs
him
to
out
sit back
here.
a little bit before he falls off.
And great
as Giagos
defense by
stands up.
Giagos.
Emmett picking the perfect time to transition back into the stand-up. Huge takedown by Emmett. Two very evenly matched fighters here in the first round so far.
And I think both these guys need to get a little bit more movement going. They're both sort of waiting on the opponent. And I think one guy really needs to get his movement going and finding his rhythm, and then he can start dictating the fight, dictating the pace, dictating the exchanges.
Emmett here is looking like he's waiting to counter. He's letting Giagos come in, and Giagos is throwing. He's not, that pawing jab. They're using his motion, his movement.
And you see Josh, using his fakes and feints, and he got Giagos to bite on a good knee by Christos Giagos. And a great left hand by Josh Emmett.
Giagos flurries, Emmett pushes him away. Giagos mixing a knee in there. As the round ends, wow. Just an incredible round thus far. One takedown apiece. Emmett at one point stunning Giagos and working a flurry. Giagos doing a good job at the end of the round to flurry and maybe try and steal that one. Going to be an incredibly difficult round to score. Both guys landing, both guys getting takedowns.
I mean, you saw big takedowns. You saw both guys get clipped hard. For a while, Christos looked like he was on wobbly legs. Then he came back, and by the end of the round, he was throwing flying knees. I mean, what an incredible, one of my favorite first rounds I've ever seen at WFC ever.
And that's what we talk about when you go in there to win a title, you have to have a title-winning type of performance, and that's what we're seeing from both guys. An incredibly high-level fight thus far. As we start the second round, we remind you that this fight is brought to you by ASR. Round 2 of a lightweight title fight between Josh Emmett and Christos Giagos.
Christos with that real crisp, stiff jab he's throwing out there. We'll see if Emmett starts to get some more movement here. Good defense by Emmett. Good two-punch combination on the way out from Emmett, and a good lead body rear cross from Christos Giagos.
Head kick attempt there by Emmett. Giagos is really pressuring Emmett and almost chasing him, going for that takedown again. You got to think that Giagos' corner told him to take Emmett down.
Yeah, I mean, he's shot for it twice now. Good defense by Emmett, but Giagos is relentless with those takedowns, right? I mean, he's just coming in, he's landing crisp shots, and he's trying to come in for that takedown.
A little bit of blood coming out of the nose now of Josh Emmett.
Now it seems like Josh is trying to set up his overhand right. What do you think he should be doing right now?
Josh has an extremely powerful overhand right. We saw it land earlier in the first round. To set that up, though, he needs to get his movement going. He can't do it just standing in front of him. Giagos is going to see it coming, so he needs to get his punches going. He needs to get rolling. He needs to get his footwork moving and really set that overhand up with his movement.
Huge right hand by Josh
overhand
Emmett.
right.
Giagos looks a bit wobbly, and Emmett starting to get some success. Giagos shoots for the takedown.
And they're battling at it again.
Another right hand.
Setting that up.
Giagos still looks like he doesn't quite have his feet under him.
And how tough is Giagos? What a big right hand from Josh Emmett.
And that's the power of Josh Emmett.
I mean, one right hand can change the whole fight.
Right hand straight down the pipe.
Does not look all the way there still, but he's got that spirit. And he's not giving up.
Huge right hand again. And Giagos has had his chin tested in this round, and he's coming through so far.
I mean, he's a warrior, but he can't take much more of these shots.
Emmett's starting to find a home for...
Emmett's starting to find that rhythm. I don't think Giagos can take too many more of these shots. The fact he's still standing is incredible. I mean, the heart this kid has is incredible, and not only is he still standing, but he's still pressuring forward. And there's no quit in Giagos.
And Giagos, in being aggressive here, is having some time to recover and has gotten Emmett off of him for the time being. Throwing the high kick to Josh Emmett.
And it's hard to tell. Giagos is moving well again. It's hard to tell if he's all the way there again or if he's just so tough that he's still in this fight. But either way, I mean, he's moving well. He's still trying to back Josh up. I mean,
he's had a sort of blank expression on his face.
He's landing so well still. He's landing a good hook there.
Another nice right landing by Emmett.
And Emmett gets a takedown and a reversal by
Giagos
Giagos.
on the scramble.
And Giagos is I think he's gonna look to attack the throat, the neck here.
Very nice counter wrestling by Christos Giagos.
And if I'm Emmett, I need to be hand fighting here to make sure, because Giagos is always dangerous on the throat here. Always dangerous fighting on the neck here.
Emmett back to his feet. Giagos landing and there's a big cut on Josh Emmett. It's in a position. It looks like it's high on his forehead.
Yeah,
and referee Ed Calantes takes a look, sees that it's not in a position where it's a great danger to Emmett. It's a lot of blood, but it's off to the side, so it's not in a ton of danger of dripping into his eye.
Yeah, I actually can't see. I see the blood. I actually couldn't see the cut, but it's not in a fight-ending position, like you said. So.
10 seconds.
10-second mark. I think we're going to see a third round here. And Giagos is on wobbly legs. How much heart does this kid have? And how incredible of a performance by both these guys.
Only one of these guys is going to be the champion, but both of these guys are fighting like champions right now.
This is a UFC level fight. People, if you're watching this at home, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better performance out of these guys. I know everyone is excited for the main event, but this has got to be, I mean, it's going to be hard to top this.
Huge right hand there we see by Josh Emmett on the replay. And if you're Emmett coming into it, he had him wobbled. He hit that leg kick that he threw just as time expired. Emmett's got the cut high up on his head. We're going to have to see how he's able to deal with that as we go into the third round. Jeremiah, you've been in some wars before. What's it feel like as you start getting deeper and deeper into a fight where you've taken some damage and it's on the line?
It's almost like you're an autopilot, and especially when you're fighting in a smaller cage. You know, if you compare these cages to, you know, Bellator, UFC, 1FC, these cages force you to fight. And, you know, Josh Emmett, it's forcing him to move a lot, use his footwork, and I wonder if it's affecting his cardio, but he's definitely in really good shape. Both fighters are in good shape, and this is a great fight.
Round 3 of this fight.
I'm interested to see if being rocked that second round and the first, if Christos is back in the driver, if he's really back in the right state of mind, because you see he's battling still, he's still landing great, but you're not sure if his legs are underneath him. I'm wondering if he's back with his legs underneath him. He's back if his mind is completely clear now. I mean, he looks to be just as aggressive as he was. He's still throwing good punches.
And Giagos is doing a great job of pressuring, keeping Emmett off his game. As you see the blood starting to come down on Emmett, you can see where that cut is, high up on above his temple.
And as good as these first 2 rounds have been, I think they're gonna keep getting better. I think these guys are gonna start really finding that rhythm and getting in that fight, that autopilot, and really start to throw it all out here.
This right now, they seem to be exchanging. Neither one able to get a real advantage. Giagos is doing a great job of controlling the cage. Huge right hand again by Emmett.
I mean, every time Emmett lands that right hand, it's just, you know, it's dynamite. Every time he lands it, it's that X factor. It's hard to deal with. And
Emmett changing levels to try and get an opening.
And Giagos isn't throwing as many straight punches as he was. If I'm in Giagos' corner, I'm telling him to keep sticking that jab out, to keep those long punches so that Emmett doesn't feel comfortable closing the distance.
Saw Emmett there jabbing towards the body.
Because
maybe looking to change levels to get an opening for the
headshot. When Emmett gets these rolls and these fakes, level changes and feints, that's when that big right hand comes, when he gets you guessing to get your hands down. Great jab by Giagos. And
huge right hand.
So much
and Josh
power.
Emmett is all over him. Ed Colante is right there. This fight is over. Josh Emmett has finished Christos Giagos. Big backflip by the champion. Josh Emmett defending here at WFC 16. Huge right hand to drop Giagos. You can see Emmett going crazy. Absolutely fantastic. Hit the right hand, dropped Giagos, dove in to finish. Wow. Josh Emmett, if you had any doubt, this man is legit.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for both of our fighters in that one. Wow. That was a battle. Our last bout ends 2 minutes and 21 seconds into the 3rd round. Your winner by way of knockout and still WFC Lightweight Champion and new ISCF Lightweight Champion, Josh Emmett.
Josh, I'm not even sure what to say. I need another round of applause for both fighters from you guys. Where else are you going to see a fight like that? Both these guys are warriors. Josh, take us through that fight. You hit him with some hard punches. Even after you landed that big right hand, he was still being aggressive. He was still landing punches. Were you surprised by how tough he was?
Yeah, I give it up to Christos. He's definitely the toughest person I've ever fought. Hardest fucking punching person I've ever fought. But yeah, I give it up to him, and I appreciate you taking the fight and everything.
Take us through the emotions. After you landed the right hand and you saw he had already been rocked before, did you know that was going to be the last time? Did you see how hurt he was, or were you just hoping for the best? Take us through the emotions as you're landing the last punches of the fight.
No, I was definitely, I was surprised how tough he was. I know in the first round I rocked him, and I was trying to finish him, but he came back and recovered and composed, and so I thought it was just going to be the same thing, but I saw his feet wobbling underneath him, so I was just going to give it my everything to finish the fight.
Well, you're still undefeated. You have 2 belts now. What's next? I mean, the big show's got to be calling, right?
That's what I'm hoping for, UFC. If all you guys can go on my Instagram, Josh Emmett, JOSHEMMETT15, hit up the UFC, hit up Dana White, still a picture. Come on, let's make it happen, you guys. I'm not getting any younger, so I definitely need something to go now. I'm going to have to get another job. Let's go, you guys.
Hey, round of applause for both these guys. Beautiful performance.